What's up everyone, it's Lord Ryujin, your retro gamer here, and Happy New Year to everyone out there. This is my first official video of 2016. I'm very excited to get this year going. You know, I have a few ideas in my head, things I've been wanting to talk about for a while now, and I've been trying to take the time to sort of get my thoughts together properly, and I've also been enjoying some of the stuff I've gotten for the holidays, such as Triforce Heroes, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and you know, all that jazz. The stuff that I got for the holidays, pretty much. Now, with that in mind, I've been thinking a lot about the future of gaming. We already know that this year Nintendo's going to be showing off their next hardware, the NX, and I want to talk about what the future of gaming will be, what I think the future of gaming will be, but I think I'm going to save that for later on, maybe see if it's a little bit more confirmed with what they are going to show us with the NX. I don't know if they're going to officially release it this year or just give us a glimpse of it, or, you know, like they did with the Wii U initially. They just kind of showed it off a little bit and they didn't really release it for another couple of years. Don't really know. But what I did want to talk about was the NX itself and why I think it's going to be called Nintendo Cross. Now, I know that there are a lot of people that they kind of give me this skeptical kind of hesitation, like, why don't you think it would be called Nintendo Cross? Well, it makes a ton of sense. I mean, usually Nintendo releases portables first. I mean, the 3DS came out before the Wii U, the DS came out before the Wii, and the Game Boy Advance came out a little bit before the GameCube, etc., etc. Usually, the portable was launched before the primary hardware. But in this case, and I believe they did that with the Vita also, if I remember correctly. The Vita was released before the PS4. But the matter of the fact is I believe that it will be called the Nintendo Cross because it's already there, if you think about it. Now, I might have to go into a little bit of a tangent and sort of move around a little bit within the confines of the topic, but I'm going to try and make this make sense as much as possible. I believe it's going to be called Nintendo Cross because, one, maybe they're releasing the hardware and the portable at the same time. They've already kind of hinted at the fact that it's going to be a hybrid of the two, and with the Wii U, it's already kind of leaning towards that. I mean, if you think about the new Nintendo 3DS right here, which I picked up for the holidays, it has L and R, ZL and ZR, ZL and ZR, L and R. It has, technically they call it a C-stick, but it is more of a right analog kind of dongle thing. And it has basically a lot of the same functionality as the Wii U gamepad. And if you think about that, and maybe making it to where the next portable is like the Wii U gamepad was, where it is the controller for the system, but it can also take the games on the go, then it makes a ton of sense. It would be able to cross between the two. It would be able to cross that line between portable and home hardware, sorry. And also, they are already kind of doing that. I mean, they started to bring together their portable and their primary divisions into one new building to be able to develop games between the two. And if you look at things like the Nintendo Network, for an example, and how it's starting to bring things together, and the eShop gives you access to both, and Miiverse gives you access to both. I mean, whether you're on the 3DS or the Wii U, you can gain access to the same communities within Miiverse, whether it's a 3DS game or a Wii U game. And you can also, granted, you can't download and physically play them yet, but you can get access to the same sort of content amongst them. Now, it would be nice if amongst the virtual console games and everything like that, if they allowed you to then be able to take, like, hey, I bought Metroid Fusion, and I can play it on my home console and then cross it over to the portable one and play it on the go. That would be something that would be nice too. And it seems like they're kind of hinting at that. They've been sort of hinting at that slowly more and more. Again, look at the Nintendo 3DS. The new one that came out has amiibo functionality, something that the original 3DS did not, and the home console only did. But now if you look at the newest hardware for the portable, it's capable of doing everything that the Wii U can do. It can do amiibos, it can do right stick support, gyroscope support, dual screen between that and the other. And really, with certain games like, well, Smash Brothers is the only one that I know of that does it. But with games like Smash Brothers, it can be the controller. I mean, that is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about that maybe they're going to be hinting at going forward. And also the biggest, and I understand that the NX was probably meant to be more along the lines of we're just going to call it NX because it's short for next. But if you think about it, what do people always use for cross? Like when Metroid Other M came out and they said it was a cross production between Team Ninja and Nintendo. They used an X. You see where I'm going with this. What do they use for Project Cross Zone? An X. And more importantly, what have they shown off recently of like Smash Brothers and stuff like that, where they say that it was a production between Final Fantasy and Nintendo? A cross. An X. Nintendo cross. An X. It just makes a ton of sense. Now again, this is just my theory. I could be incorrect. For all we know, they could show it off in a few months and it's just updated hardware for the Wii U. It could just be called the Wii 3. I really hope they get away from the Wii name personally. I think that it's gotten burnt out thanks to the Wii U. I really think that the Wii U and its failure to perform in a manner that would make it more competitive, as it should have been, really sort of burnt people out of the Wii name, and it caused a ton of confusion. And with the NX, it's already there. It's already present. People already know it as the NX. People are calling it the NX. And if you call it the Nintendo Cross and they're able to abbreviate it as NX, well, then that's just great, because then I can say, hey, let me go get the new Zelda for the NX. And people will automatically know Nintendo Cross. I mean, it just makes a ton of sense, at least from my standpoint. Again, I'm probably going to be 100% incorrect on this. I have been wrong before. I've just seen too many trends, and I don't know. I still wanted the Wii to be called the Revolution, personally. But, I mean, whatever. Nintendo will call it whatever they call it. And I'll go off and I'll buy it. And I'm sure that I'll love it and play all the exclusives that come out for it. But that's just my 2 cents, guys. And what I'm going to try and do here is bring you at least one video a week. It may be difficult sometimes, because there may be slow weeks where there's nothing to talk about. And in those cases, I'll try to just give you opinions, like with this one, or give you reviews of what I'm currently playing, or go beyond gaming and talk about maybe a TV show, a movie, or even a board game or something that I've tried out recently. But that's just my 2 cents, guys. I do apologize. The video's been a little bit longer than I thought. But make sure that you share your opinions. You know, put your thoughts in the comments down below. That way I know you've watched the video at this point. It's coming up on the 9-minute mark. And I know that you made it this far. And what do you think? Do you think that NX makes perfect sense for an abbreviation for Nintendo Cross, and Nintendo Cross makes perfect sense for it to be called that? Because it's supposedly, based upon the rumors and all this stuff that we've been hearing from people who have dev kits and all that stuff, that it's going to be a hybrid between a home console and a portable console, therefore it's crossing the line. Or do you think that it's just dumb and they should call it something else? And if you have an idea of what it should be called, put that in the comments down too. I'm really interested in hearing what you guys have to think about this. Like this, thumbs up this video if you liked it. That way I know that you enjoyed this content and you want to see more of it. I'm really just trying to get a feel for my market, to try and see what you guys like and what you want to hear more from me about in regards to. There's all kinds of stuff that I could talk about, And more likely I am going to talk about. But I'm not going to babble on anymore. I'm sure I've bored you long enough. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I'm Lord Ryujin, and have yourself a good one. And again, Happy New Year to everyone. Have a good one.